Premiership team. Please welcome Michael Disco Roach.
Thank you.
Michael, it's absolutely fantastic having you on the Marngrook Footy Show because you're one of the Tiger stars, particularly in the 80s there, but you played in that last flag, as I mentioned, way back in 1980. What was your strongest memories? Can you think that far back?
Somebody asked me the other day, 33 years ago. I can't remember yesterday, but look, it was a great grand final. We were lucky enough to play very well and beat Carlton by a record margin of 81 points.
Threw that in.
Yeah,
Nice.
sorry about that, Collingwood supporters. But Kevin Bartlett kicking 7 goals. Mark Lee dominating the ruck. We had a lot of good players that day.
Now, in 1982, the Tigers looked like the best side in the comp, and you comfortably beat Carlton in the second semi-final, but lost the grand final to them. Was that a game that you should have won, and was it the turning point for the club?
Well, we were favourites going in, but we had a very big side, and it rained just as we ran out in the ground, and then the streaker came on, and that ruined the game for all us young fellas. So
you broke concentration, did you?
Lost our concentration, and then Carlton beat us by I think about 16 or 17 points, something like that. So
now,
disappointing.
Disco, can I call you Disco?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, your years at Richmond, it was a pretty amazing place because there was a number of turnovers with captains and coaches. And, well, let's just take a look at that now. Just let the viewers know what we're talking about, Gilly. But you can see there, you started in 77, up to 82. There was Richardson a couple of times, Tony Jewell, Francis Burke, captains of plenty there, Sheedy, Bartlett, Monteith, Wood and Cloak. It's a pretty handy bunch there. A quick turnover of staff, obviously, and players. And once again, Patterson, Sproul, Jewell comes back for a second by KB, and captains kept rotating as well. That must have been something that was, well, something that you wouldn't see at a lot of other clubs. And it's always talked about at Richmond that they kill their own and a lot of turnovers. Did that have any effect on you? Or?
Oh, I think it did, because every coach had their own different philosophy on how we trained, how we played, how we would play. And then losing some really good players in Jeff Rains and David Cloak and Brian Wood to other clubs hurt us. And then, of course, the changeover of the coaches did hurt us too.
So who was the better coach? How many coaches did you
I
end
had
up with?
7.
You had seven coaches
in 13 years. Yeah.
So who did you learn the most off?
I had to say Tony Jewell. I mean, won our premiership under Tony Jewell. And then in 81 we struggled. We finished 5th or 6th. Yep. I think we missed out on it might have been the 4th.
You got 2 stints of Julie, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we had Tony Jewell, and but Tony was a good coach, and we won the premiership. But we struggled in 81. By 82, they'd given him the flick. So Francis Burke had retired, so they didn't want to lose Francis to anywhere else, and they appointed Francis. He lasted 2 years, and then from then on they kept changing coaches nearly every year when we didn't perform.